Today, we're diving into something you probably care about, but maybe you don't even know you care about. It's what keeps you from endlessly zooming, squinting, and accidentally clicking on the wrong links when you're on your phone. And it's responsive design. Yeah, it sounds fancy, but trust me, it's just a smart way of saying make your website look like it's not from 2005 when viewed on your phone. So let's talk about why you need it, what it is, and how to make it happen. And don't worry, I'll keep it as simple as possible. No code-heavy jargon that'll make your brain melt. All right, let's start with the why. Why should you care if your website looks decent on mobile? Well, here's the short version. Over half of the internet traffic is on mobile devices. People are practically glued to their phones. And if your website does not look good on mobile, they'll bounce faster than you can say lost customer. And get this, Google actually rewards sites that are mobile friendly. It's like the extra credit in school, but instead of your teacher giving you a gold star, it's Google giving you higher search rankings, more visitors, more customers. You see where I'm going with this? So mobile friendly and non-negotiable, all right? So now let's get down to business. What the heck is responsive design? It really is just a design approach that makes sure your sites look good on all screen sizes. Desktop, tablet, phone, smartwatch, fridge, you name it. Responsive design isn't a one-size-fits-all. It's more like your site is trying to flex to match the size of the screen and adapting itself like a chameleon. Content, the images, and the navigation all adjust so users can, actually use your site without doing finger gymnastics. Okay, so how do we make a website responsive? Well, here's the rundown of things to watch out for. Number one, fluid grids. Think of this like Legos. You build with blocks that are a bit flexible, allowing your site to look good on different screen sizes. When designing your pages in Figma, get those grids pumping, and that will ensure that you're making your design modular and thus responsiveness when it's built. And trust me, your developer is gonna thank you big time. Number two, flexible images. Huge images on a tiny screen is not a great look, not to mention a time suck to load. Make sure your images scale or even swap out for smaller versions on mobile, because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to wait for a high-res image of your office building to load on their phones while they're on a data plan. All right, number three, media queries. I know this sounds like geek speak, and it kind of is, but stay with me. Media queries are basic rules that tell your website to change its style based on the screen size. They are basically breakpoints when desktop changes to tablet and then tablet changes to mobile and back to desktop. Now, let's see this in action. Here, we have one website that is not responsive at all. Fonts are tiny, images are all over the place, and it's basically begging for a rage click. And now we have a responsive design. The text adjusts, the images fit, and you don't need to zoom in with your nose to read it. Huge difference, right? All right, next up is your navigation. Look, if your navigation menu doesn't make sense on mobile, people are gonna leave fast. They say, nope, too much work, and they're gonna head straight to one of your competitors. You wanna make sure your navigation is clean and simple. And for mobile, this often means using what is called a hamburger menu. That's that little icon with the three lines in the corner, or even a little down arrow with a circle around it. It's like a secret door to the rest of your website. And when users click it, boom, menu slides out or pops down, and they can easily find what they're looking for. If you try to get super fancy and creative with other icons and other layouts, you're gonna lose people fast, so keep it simple. All right, next up is speed. Don't forget about speed. If your site takes longer to load than a new Marvel trailer, you're gonna lose visitors. People are impatient, and that's just a fact. So you wanna optimize everything. Images, scripts, all of it. Use tools like Google's PageSpeed Insights or GT Metrics to find out what's slowing you down. And if you see things like compress images or minimize JavaScript, go ahead and do it. And here's a quick tip. Don't overload your site with fancy animations or big video backgrounds. They look cool on desktop, but on mobile, they're like a giant, please make this page load slower button. So skip it altogether. All right, step 6, test, and test again. Once you're done with all of this, test the heck out of it. Bring up different devices, different screen sizes, iPhone, Android, tablet, and even those massive desktop screens. You wanna make sure your site looks good on all of them. A lot of website builders these days have preview modes that you can look and check how things look on mobile, tablet, and desktop, and it'll get it pretty close. Use them and then use them again. All right, so let's recap. Number one, you need a mobile-friendly website because it helps keep users happy. Number two, responsive design is the magic that makes your site look good on any screen size. Number three, fluid grids, flexible images, and media queries are your best friend. Number four, simplify your navigation. Number five, speed is key. Make sure your site loads fast. And number six, test it, and test it again on all devices. I know this can sound like a lot, but it just takes one step at a time. And if all else fails, get yourself a web developer who knows their way around a media query, or bribe one with coffee, whatever works. All right, thanks for watching, and go out there and make the web a friendlier place, one mobile-friendly website at a time. Hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment if this video saved you from rage clicking off your own website.